Welcome to Breathe, Love, Parent, the Shine On podcast. I'm your host, Rach, yoga teacher, natural mama, and passionate guide in all things nervous system and connection. This is your space for honest conversations, emotional wellbeing tools, and mindful parenting insights. Whether you're in the thick of meltdowns or seeking a moment of calm, you belong here. Let's take a breath together and begin. Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to Breathe, Love, Parent, the Shine On podcast. I'm Rachel, a mother, yoga teacher, creator of Shine On and Shine On Natural, and someone deeply committed to reparenting and real self-care in the mess and beauty of motherhood. This season, we've been talking all about nervous system support, joy, breath, rituals, and presence. But today, we're getting real with what it means to feel. This episode is called Permission to Feel, Why Emotional Expression is a Superpower. And I think, especially for those of us raising young children, it's one we all need to hear. So let me ask you something. What were you taught about emotions growing up? Were you told to calm down or to get over it? Did you hear things like, you're too sensitive or there's no reason to cry? So many of us were raised in homes where certain emotions were safe, joy, kindness, politeness, but others were off limits. Anger, inconvenient. Sadness, too heavy. Disappointment, dismissed. And now here we are, parents ourselves, doing our best to hold space for our kids' emotional world, even though ours might still feel like a mystery. I believe all feelings are welcome, all behaviours are not. That's one of my favourite teachings from Dr. Becky Kennedy, author of Good Inside. In her approach to parenting, she says our job is twofold. 1, to set boundaries. 2, to validate feelings. Both matter. And most of us tend to lean into one or the other. Maybe we're great at keeping routines and rules, but we struggle when our child has a big emotion. Or maybe we're incredibly empathetic, but lose our ground when it's time to say no. But both jobs are essential because boundaries without empathy breeds disconnection, and empathy without boundaries leads to chaos. So there is a science of emotions, and here I'm going to explain to you why it's not just woo-woo. Dr. Laurie Santos from Yale reminds us that emotions, even the ones we label as negative, quote unquote, are not only normal, they're necessary. She explains that we need to stop fearing emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration, both in ourselves and in our children. They're not problems to fix. They're messages to listen to. Like a warning light on a car dashboard, emotions are information. Anger might be showing us something isn't fair or where a boundary has been crossed. Anxiety might be asking us to slow down or prepare, get organised. Overwhelm might be a cue that we've taken on too much. Suppressing emotions and pretending we're fine, snapping at our partner instead of saying we're hurt, or expecting our kids to stop crying just because it makes us uncomfortable creates confusion. It teaches children to ignore their own signals. Now, I know I've mentioned this in previous episodes, but I'll keep reiterating emotional contagion and how our energy affects the home. Now, emotional contagion is where our feelings, our energy, and our tone of voice ripple into the space around us. Have you ever noticed how when you're dysregulated, everything else feels harder? Our children feel our state long before we experience it. They look to us for safety cues. If we model suppression, they learn to shut down. But if we model grounded expression, they learn that emotions are safe to feel and safe to move through. And that is a superpower. So let's put this example in action. Let's say your child is upset because it's time to turn off the TV. You say, okay, TV time's over, and the meltdown begins. You don't say, you're fine, stop crying. Instead, you take a breath, you hold the boundary, and you validate. You're so disappointed, I get it. I hate turning off a TV show before it's finished too. And still, you turn off the TV. That's the dance between boundaries and validation, safety and connection. And when practiced consistently, it shapes kids who can feel trust, or who can feel, who can trust, and who can regulate. Now, it takes us the opportunity to reflect on our own emotional inheritance. We can't teach what we haven't yet practiced. So I want to gently invite you to look inward. When your child has big feelings, what stirs in you? Is there discomfort, guilt, irritation? Do you want to fix it? Shut it down? Walk away? There's nothing wrong with any of those urges, but they are invitations. They're opportunities to ask, what was modeled to me? What did I learn about emotional expression? And from there, we can choose to do things differently. So try this. This week, when your child is having a feeling, pause and name it out loud. I see that you're feeling really angry right now. You're sad because you really wanted that toy. No fixing, no rushing, just witnessing. You'll be amazed at how much connection that one moment creates. Now, parenting isn't about being perfectly calm or emotionally neutral. It's about being real and regulated enough to let our children have their feelings and still feel safe. Let's raise emotionally fluent children by becoming emotionally fluent adults. Now, you are doing this work, even if it feels messy. And the more you honor your own emotions, the easier it will be to hold space for theirs. So together, let's just take a mindful moment. I want you to notice where your feet or your body is connected to the earth or the support beneath you. Notice your breath. And then let's tune in. What's happening inside? What's your emotional state? What's your mental state? Your mental chatter? And just name what's coming up. I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling irritated. I'm feeling joy. I'm feeling inspired. Whatever it may be, let's welcome it into the space. Allow it to be there. Acknowledge it. Allow it. Take a breath. Take a deep breath in. And then let it all go. It takes 90 seconds for an emotion to be fully felt and processed within the body. So give yourself that time to feel whatever it is you're feeling. Name it, don't shame it, and allow it to move through you. Now, with that in mind, we're going to close our podcast today. A nice, short, simple one. And I want to thank you for listening to this episode. And if this resonated with you, I'd love if you'd leave a review or share it with another mama or father doing the inner work. Now, reach out to me as always. I'm very interested and keen to hear how this has resonated with you. And I'm sending you love and space and permission to feel it all. So until next time, breathe, laugh, parent, and keep shining, my friends. Bye. Thank you for joining me on Breathe, Laugh, Parent. If this episode brought you a moment of calm or connection, please share it with a fellow mama. Subscribe on your favourite platform or visit shineom.com.au/podcast for more. Until next time, keep breathing, laughing, and parenting with heart. The information shared on Breathe, Laugh, Parent, the Shine On podcast is for general educational and inspirational purposes only. It is not medical, therapeutic, or professional advice and should not be relied on as such. Always consult a qualified health or parenting professional for support tailored to your individual needs. Shine On and its guests disclaim any liability for decisions made based on this content.